Andromeda.
Welcome everyone to a Scrimcast here. We got Deez Nutz on the Legion team taking on Team Tim on the Hellborn team. Again, these teams prepping for the Paradise League tournament that is coming in a couple of weeks. We have the blind bands going to be Keeper of the Forest, Lodestone, and Monarch from the Legion side. And then we have Tundra, Lord Sulphorus, and Magnus coming out from the Hellborn side. So we see a mixture of core heroes with a couple of supports being the Monarch and the Magnus thrown in there, but definitely seeing a lot of core heroes banned. The Keeper specifically against Team Tim, they're known to run that. Tundra, Lord Sulphorus, and Lodestone, all core heroes. That can be played in solo lanes, and then we have the Monarch and the Magnus, great support options, one apiece. We have a first pick of Andromeda, so we'll see the support coming out here from the Legion side. And then we have Behemoth and Nymphora coming out from Team Tim, which I believe will be their two supports. We'll probably see position 4 Behemoth here, unless they decide to run something like a jungle hero, but not expecting that to come out in game number 1. I'm expecting that to be more of a tri-lane option or a roaming Behemoth. Then we have the Chipper and the Oogie coming out. So they pick up another support. Both teams picking up 2 supports. And then we see the Ooga Booga coming out. And with the Lord Sulphorus already banned in the blind bands by the Hellborn team, they cannot pick that up themselves. They will have to find other counters to deal with the Oogie. So we'll see what they end up deciding, as they have 3 picks ultimately to still address the Oogie. We see so far the Kraken is banned. Now the Deadwood, they're banning out some more of the Initiator heroes that they're kind of lacking here on Legion. The Dark Lady going to be banned away, going up against the Oogie. I think more of a greedier option. I'm a little bit surprised by the Dark Lady ban. I think more aggressive carries ban, something like Corrupted Disciple, is definitely something that Hellborn could be looking to pick up against the Oogie, which is very good at just running him down with an early Shrunken Head and draining his damage. I think the Corrupted Disciple definitely should be the last ban here from Legion. If they don't ban that one, I'd be very surprised, especially since it's like one of Imbo Boy's most comfortable carry heroes. It's not in his most played, but he plays Puppet and CD, and both of those honestly are very good against Oogie. I think those should have been 2 bans instead of the Dark Lady ban. I think the Forsaken Archer ban is very good because they could get a really farm Forsaken Archer with the roaming Behemoth setup that they're going for. They're going to ban away Engineer as the last ban. I think the Engineer is a good ban, but they also don't really have room for it in their lineup. They'd have to run a core Engineer. So I think that these bans were all really bad from Legion. The Dark Lady, Forsaken, and Engie. Maybe the Forsaken was okay. The Engineer is a tier 1 hero, but not really needed to be banned in this position. And then we saw the Moraxis as the last ban. So again, he got rid of another Initiator. I think the bans from Hellborn are much better than Legion's bans. Excuse me. And then we see the Pharaoh coming out. So that will be Volka's hero or Zane's hero for the position 3 role, which again is very good this game going up against the Oogie. Being able to hold him in place. And they do have the swap, but they're going to need to get a really early tablet against the Pharaoh. Right now they have heroes with very low mobility, so this Pharaoh pick is really good. We have a Bramble and a Nighthound. So Nighthound is going to be a core hero, like a solo laner, I think. Oh, Nighthound was actually a random. So I suppose they might remake with a swap. Yeah, they did waste a lot of time in the blind banning phase. They're going to go with Hag. So they're going to have Bramble and Hag. I think the Hag is a really good pick against Hellborn's heroes, but I think that their lineup overall is extremely weak. They lack a disable, and they are very immobile minus the Hag. Oh, of course, depending on the mid pick here from the Hellborn side, which is going to be Gladiator. I think that this lineup from Hellborn is way stronger. Like their laning phase and mid game is going to be really hard to deal with. So we're going to have a remake here with all pick most likely, and this Nighthound pick will be a Hag, and they will have all the other heroes remaining the same. Go ahead and throw the Barret back on. The remake on its way. Yeah, not banning the Corrupted Disciple on the second banning wave was, like, to me, extremely obvious that Team Tim would go for that Corrupted Disciple. It's one of their most comfortable carry heroes, and it's extremely powerful against the Oogie. So to pick up the Oogie early like that and not ban away one of Team Tim's most prominent carry heroes is just very bad drafting, in my opinion. And then they give Volka one of his most comfortable position 3 heroes in the Pharaoh. So they last picked a Gladiator, I believe. Change the screen here. We have last pick Gladiator, which is going to give their lineup a lot of catch. Like there's so much catch that they have here between the Gladiator early game, the Behe with the Fissure, and as soon as the Pharaoh hits level 6, he's going to be so disruptive this game. Because really the only target he can't go on is the Hag. And he's going to be forcing out swaps from Andromeda. Pretty much on anyone he goes on. So really, like, unless Legion crushes the laning phase and gets a really fat Oogie that Hellborn can't deal with, which I think is going to be really hard for them to achieve this game, they're going to need a lot from Wretched Hag. Like, Wretched Hag is going to have to snowball and more or less semi-carry with the Oogie while simultaneously shutting down Gladiator from transitioning into, like, a mid-game core. I think this is going to be really hard for Legion to achieve. And I think we're going to see the aggro tri-lane come out from Hellborn with Nymph, Behemoth, and Corrupted in the bottom lane against the Oogie, Chipper, and Andro. I think that the Hellborn's tri-lane is stronger. And this will give Pharaoh the ability to get level 6 top really quickly, whereas if he goes to the off lane, he will be much lower XPM and have a hard time getting his rotations going this game. So I really like Team Tim's draft here. I think that they're set up to do very well, not only in laning phase, but post laning phase. I think they're gonna come out at like the 10-minute mark with maybe like a 3,000 to 5,000 gold lead, somewhere in that range, depending on how well they execute this. But again, Legion has the potential to do well. It's just going to be harder for them. I think they're going to have to outplay Hellborn with their picks. Bramble against Pharaoh, I think Bramble can definitely do fine in this lane. So there's a potential for them to win that lane. Wretched Hag could maybe do well against Gladiator, but Gladiator is just so hard to shut down in mid lane because the whip is just such a constant annoyance, especially for a squishy hero like Hag to deal with. So I think in order for Hag to do well, it's going to come down to rune control. And if Behe is threatening his presence a lot. There is the potential for them to win bottom and mid. Getting Gladiator runes over the Hag, but we'll see. I'm really expecting Hellborn to win this tri-lane bottom. As soon as they get level 2 and 3, as soon as they get level 2 volatile pot on the Nymphora, it becomes extremely difficult for Legion to fight into that. Because Oogie will not be able to do as much damage as Corrupted if he can sit and drain. They do have a lot of like target one guy with the Comet Stun, blast him down with the Rocket's potential, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. Oh, this Oogie could get walled off here. There's the Zeal Stun coming out, the Conduit draining him. Oogie's getting blocked by the Nymphora. He's gonna survive this, I believe. No, he goes down, and that will be the Bloodlust kill. Or the Fissure Wall from the trees. Just too strong there against the Oogie. He cannot escape the Corrupted Disciple. And it's already a great start for Hellborn. They get Bloodlust on their Corrupted. He's going to get probably an early Ring of the Teacher. Oh no, he's going to go early Power Supply, which is also really good. I was expecting the Teacher, but the Power Supply maybe is good. They're going to get the Lane Ward as well. So they're going to cut Legion's vision down. Nymphora is pretty low here. Firequake comes out. One more rocket if he hits it. Oh, he's gonna miss the rocket. Oh, can he snipe him? Oh no. Andrew's trying to get in range for a Comet Stun. Now he's out of position. But no fissure, so they will not be able to punish him. And Nymphora probably should have died there. But unfortunately, Chipper missed one of the rockets. I'm gonna check what server this is on. This is US East. Okay. So Legion has server advantage. We'll probably see them alternate servers. Maybe we'll see all games on US East. I'm not sure. Top lane, we have 8 and 3 against 9 and 2. Pharaoh's actually doing really well up here. I'm assuming he's going to be really aggressive with his Hellfire. He's already got level 2 of that. Hag is 9 and 3. Gladiator is 11 and 0. So Gladiator actually has more creep kills, gets his bottle before Wretched Hag, which I'm very surprised about actually. That means Gladiator is playing this mid lane matchup very well, and he also gets the Illusion Rune already. So Gladiator doing well early on against the Hag. And put some pressure on him, force out the blink. I'm expecting the action to continue to be focused on the bottom lane. We have Andromeda doing a pull. He has to be very careful he doesn't get walled here by the Behemoth. We're going to counter this Rev Ward as well. We have a 18 and 1 Oogie against an 11 and 4 Corrupted. So despite the Bloodlust, Oogie is still managing to farm creeps very well in this tri-lane. Got the Power Supply early on, the Apple. I probably need to go for Marchers next against the tri-lane. Let's see, the pull here from Legion. Chipper will try to rocket these for XP, which I really like. Nice, he's gonna snipe 2 of them out. Corrupted even uses the Electric Conduit. Oh, he misses that one, but I think the creeps got the XP. Giving that to Legion. So, Oogie continues to farm well. But I think Hellborn is still content with being down here. They want to continue to contest Oogie. Chipper's rotating mid. We have a haste on the Hag. Rockets are coming in. Gladiator definitely gonna fall here, I believe. He's got the Apple, but it's not gonna help him out. So the haste turn on Hag coming in clutch there, taking up Gladiator, who was 21 and 3 against 13 and 7. Gladiator is doing extremely well here on the ping disadvantage as well. Pharaoh is 23 and 7 against 16 and 3 Bramble. So Pharaoh winning top lane very hard. Bramble's going in for a kill here. Spore Breath comes out, and Zane is going to go down there on the Pharaoh as Bramble holds his ground with the apple. Even had that shrubbery, level 1, to kind of heal him up a little bit. Didn't even use the Vine Wall as well. So Bramble, despite losing in last hits by, quite a significant amount, he's going to take out the Pharaoh and start to recover his creep farm a bit. Now all of a sudden he's at 320 gold per minute. Rocket's coming in from the Chipper. He's going to take a Zeal stun there, but no follow-up coming out from Hellborn as they have a creep wave on them. Nice Rocket from Chipper to aggro the creeps. Behemoth is playing very aggressively here. He might look to set up a Fissure stun if somebody gets out of position or if he can get a wall. All of a sudden, Corrupt is on 30 last hits. Oogie's on 33 though. Definitely need to see. Oh no, Oogie's gonna go for the greedier route here. He's going for the. Oh, he's gonna fall this time. I missed that one, but Pharaoh takes him out this time. Has the maxed out Hellfire. We have Wretched Hag coming in with a rotation here. Oh, that's a very, very much overkill with the Bat Blast, in my opinion. I think could have just been a little bit more patient there. Maybe used the Sonar Scrim when the blink came back up. But they do get a kill there on the Nymphora. And it is a 3-2 hero kill lead now. The Pharaoh did use his Wrath of the Pharaoh top as well as Vine Wall from Bramble top. The Legion Tri-Lane I think is just slightly ahead in XP. Oogie is almost level 5. Cryptid still, well, he's getting close to level 5 as well. So the XP in the Tri-Lane's pretty even. So now that they have level 2 heal pod on the Nymphora, it's going to be really hard for them to bring them down quickly now. Behemoth is going to get a wall here on Oogie. Here comes Pharaoh with the Wrath of the Pharaoh. They take out Oogie. Hag ports in. He's going to blink out. See if they re-engage now. There is 4 players here, but they don't have Wrath of the Pharaoh anymore. They definitely see what's going on here. We got a port coming in from Oogie. They're going to be 4. Nymph is diving deep in the tower. There's a fissure connecting on the Andromeda. Electric Tiger to take him out. Now Imba Boy is in a very aggressive position here. The ports are coming in. There's the Vine Wall. And they're going to sacrifice their Corrupted Disciple for that kill on the Andromeda. They do get the Chipper as well. Here comes the Spore Breath. Going to stun up the Pharaoh. Sonar Screen comes out from the Hag. He blinks in. They're chasing onto the Pharaoh. It's the 2-man Fissure Wall comes out. And now Wretched Hag going to fall here as the Call to Arms comes out. Not even needed. And they are going to hold their ground here. Pharaoh does pick up the, or no, Nymphora picks up the double tap. Bramble gonna go in with the Spore Breath to turn this one around. Gladiator gonna take some pressure. Here comes the Chipper. Rockets. Is it gonna be enough damage? He's only level 4. Has one more rocket. They need to body block these rockets for the Gladiator. Here comes the Comet Stun on the Nymphora. They really wanted this Gladiator kill, but they're gonna trade and get the Nymphora. So Regen Rune to spawn here for the Brambles. So when this fight is done, it looks like it was a 1, 2, 3, 4 players on Legion died, and they got 2 kills on Hellborn. So Hellborn did come out on top. And we're at the 9-minute mark here with Legion at a 3,000 gold lead. So I predicted 10-minute mark, 3 to 5k gold lead. We'll see where this ends up being at in about a minute. But this is more or less how I predicted that the game would kind of evolve into based on the drafts. We have another Wrath of the Pharaoh here on the Oogie. Oogie is going to be held down in the wall. He cannot do anything with Corrupted pounding on him. He will go down. Fissure Wall comes out on the Andromeda. They might be looking for a dive here. They are 4 players down here. And we have Wretched Hag with the TP up, but not looking to port in. Andromeda will fall. And Bramble, no, having his Vine Wall going to be down for 12 more seconds. Meanwhile, Gladiator pushes the mid tower. We have Hellborn team up 5,300 gold here at 9:45. And we see them take out 2 towers already. They're going to expand their gold lead by so much with those 2 towers, opening up the door to Legion's jungle. And now they will start to control this bottom half of the map. Wretched Hag is trying to split push the top lane, but Gladiator will TP back to defend that. She's going to find herself an invisibility rune. Now she might run into a Behemoth and a Nymphora. They might catch him on the uphill here, as Behe's going to go in with the fissure. Here comes the Zeal stun, the stomp from Behemoth, and the 2 supports are going to have enough damage to bring down the Wretched Hag. She only had about 750 life there before picking up the bolstering armband. We see another Wrath of the Pharaoh now used on the Bramble. Here comes a Vine Wall down. It's not really going to wall them off, but going to do some damage. But there's the heal pod from Nymphora. And we see a double tap for the Nymphora. And this could be another kill on the Andromeda once the spells come back up. Pharaoh's trying to get in range for a wall. There's the Shockwave. The Stomp from Behemoth. Going to be perfect from Volca. And the Electric Tide comes in and takes out the Andromeda. And he falls as well. And all of a sudden, 11 minutes in, we are up to a 7,000 gold lead. And Hellborn is steamrolling at this point. They pick up an early Energizer now in the Corrupted to continue this aggression. I think we'll see Imboboy build into the Dawnbringer, or parts of that into a Shrunken. See the Bats taking out the Nymphora there from the Wretched Hag. Trying to get another kill, but they don't have any more damage now to take out the Pharaoh, who's quite tanky with the Steamboot's vestments. And Oogie continues to kind of, well, he's not really doing poorly on GPM, but with several back-to-back Wrath of the Pharaohs, it's been very tough for him to hold his ground in these fights. He's not tanky enough just yet. Probably going to be looking to pick up something like a Gnomes or an early Icon to kind of combat this fighting power from Hellborn. I hear a Nymph port being channeled here. It's going to only port Nymphora. But we have the rest of the squad making their way over. Only Behemoth in the bottom lane currently has a distraction. They might go for a dive here. They have the ward down. Here comes the Wrath of the Pharaoh locking down the Bramble. Will they have the damage to bring him down quickly? And it looks like they will. And Andromeda also going to fall. And it will be 2 kills. And now the last tier 1 tower taken out by Team Tim as the gold lead goes up to 8,400. Behemoth gonna go for the TP. He throws out the fissure first, and he will land it back at the base. We have Gladiator coming in for a potential setup here. I think he wants one more teammate. There's the port coming in from Pharaoh. He's gonna get the catcher with the showdown. Call to Arms comes out into the pitfall, and that will be enough damage for a kill. So Wretched Hag continues to struggle. She's now 1-3. Chipper trying to get his level 6 up here in the top lane. He's going to get that from the next pair of creeps. Now he has his ultimate to work with. And we see very, very balanced GPM spread across the board from Hellborn. Who's our top hero damage? Pharaoh and then Corrupted Disciple so far. Pharaoh at 17%. Definitely hitting those Tormented Souls and Hellfires so far. I think we'll see Hag maybe pick up Gnomes. Maybe he'll just go straight into Staff. Boogie picks up a Shaman's Headdress, does not go for the Gnomes, so maybe we'll have the Gnomes from the Hag. I see an early barrier come out from Oogie, which wouldn't be all that bad. Will they be able to take out this Gladiator? Here's the question. No swap on the Andromeda. He's still level 5. Oh, here comes the call to arms. Andromeda going to need to avoid that. Oh, he's going to get stunned up. And Gladiator's going to be fine. Andromeda just couldn't get in range for the Comet stun. Here comes a Nymph Port. Oh boy, this could be troublesome. Andromeda's going to most likely fall here. Chipper gonna also go down. Corrupted Disciple is now on an ultimate warrior streak. And the supports both fall for the Legion side. Oh no, Hag is I don't think the fissure can reach that far. Oh, that looks funny. Got Lightbrand on the Corrupted now. And he's probably going to go... I think he's going to go straight into Dawnbringer this game. They're so far ahead that I think he can get away with going straight to Dawnbringer. Oh, we have a Gladiator getting caught here. They have a Ward of Sight there, spotting him out on top of their own Ward of Sight. Looks like they used their swap aggressively to bring him in. It's a good kill. Slows down the Gladiator a bit. They're definitely going to need to kill the Corrupted Disciple, though. He is kind of that very scary threat right now. Behemoth is... Oh my god, Volca is so farmed. He almost has a 16-minute blink here. He's going to have a 16-minute blink on position 4 roaming Behemoth. That is incredible. Unless they kill him right here before he gets his PK. Which they're going to try to do. We'll see if the TP support comes in. They do have the Nymphora with the Corrupted Disciple. This could be a counter gank. If the Behemoth does survive here, he's going to go down, it looks like. He gets the blink, though, before he dies. Very heads up play coming in from Volca now. More or less the entire team from Legion is here, minus Wretched Hag, who's currently in the bottom lane. Here comes the Nymph port. Ports in Corrupted Disciple in the back line. He's going for the Chipper. Throws out the Drain. 2 more auto attacks. Chipper going to go down in the background. And it looks like they didn't get a catch on anybody else. Gladiator is going to actually run into Andromeda here. Here comes the Pitfall. Going to catch the Andromeda. Not even going to use his Call to Arms here. I think he probably could have saved, or he could have used his Call to Arms and Pharaoh could hold his Wrath of the Pharaoh for a future kill, but deciding that they didn't want to use their Call to Arms. Boogie might get caught here. Now again, no Wrath of the Pharaoh. He just walks in and walls 2 people. The Pharaoh is pretty tanky with the Astrolabe, but here comes the heal from Nymphora. Call to Arms comes out. They're going to have that debuff, preventing damage. And they're going to take out the Oogie. Nobody falling in response here. Wretched Hag going to get pulled back here. Oh no. He might fall now as a result of that. There's the swap though, but it's not going to matter. Now Andromeda possibly sacrificing herself as well. Behemoth comes in with the blink. It's going to maybe go down to the tower. No, there's the tablet from Nymphora saving the Behemoth. And they'll probably reset and get the heals going from the Nymphora. Gladiator is here with a Shroud now. We have a 12,000 gold lead, but more importantly, the experience has picked up. We had a huge gold lead and hardly any experience deficit from Legion. Now it's becoming one-sided on both sides. And with another tower going down, they continue to pool in the gold. And we see Pharaoh on 1,300 gold now. He might be going towards his own Shaman's Headdress. Become even more tanky and difficult for them to deal with. Gladiator could go for a number of things here. He could transition into a semi-carry. He could start to build tanky himself. Nymph and Corrupted need to be careful here. I don't think that they can catch the Corrupted though. He has a Dawnbringer already. He's going to get slowed by the Hag, but with the Energizer, he's still moving really fast. And this is a really farm Corrupted Disciple. 620 GPM. Full Dawnbringer Energizer, pre-20 minutes. Gladiator on 1,000 gold. See what he decides to go for next. They're being spotted on this. Oh, that's a Legion's ward, actually. But Gladiator gonna just run in here. Nope, that's the illusion. Oh no, that's the real Gladiator, actually. He is being slow, but the Nymph port is coming in with Corrupted Disciple. Oogie could be in some trouble now. There's the call to arms. Oogie's going to try to heal it up. He gets swapped out, but he gets swapped into the Pharaoh. Oogie needs to heal up from this Primal Surge. Can he hold his ground? He is holding it for now. And they do lose the Bramble and the team support. It's only Hag and Oogie now alive. It's a 5 versus 2, and Oogie has to be on the run. Looks like they are going to call the GG's here at 20 minutes. They have fallen too far behind. And game 1 will go to Team Tim here at the 20-minute mark. Throttled by a 19,000 gold and 11,000 experience leaves. So very well played from the draft to the gameplay coming out from Team Tim here.